So I am going to add plaster to them. I haven't added plaster to brushes yet. I've altered them in many different ways, but not with little characters making faces on them and making little characters. So that's what we're doing today. So if anyone has any dollar store brushes like me, and I got this whole pack for $3, and I made, this is the sizes all came in that pack, plus one more very large one, which I altered on this particular bunch. My altered Burr House paintbrush. If you guys want to check the link out for that video, you can. But that was my previous alteration on the paintbrush. So let's play. It'll be fun, and I think making little faces, and I would like them to be up. So I also have to make a way to stand them up like a sculpture. So that's another challenge I have to come up with, because I don't want them just lying down or just on the wall or something like that. I want to make them into a little sculpture. So that's another thing. When we get to that, we gotta figure out. I've decided that this little guy here is going to be a bunny. So I'm going to make a bunny face on this guy. I'm kind of just making it up as I go along. We're hoping that it'll stick to the paintbrush. And actually I'm going to do a little coat of plaster on the brush. I'm giving him, making the brush a little bit longer here. That's just trying to make it so then I have a nice base for my guy. So I'm just going to wrap plaster around the brush, and then when I do make the face, I'll have something to stay on, and when I make his little ears and anything else, his little cheeks, little rabbit stuff. And try to stay in the picture here. Try to stay my camera into the where so you guys can see me. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so I got that pretty much built to what I want. Do a bunny face. And I'm just kind of making it up as I go along, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a U like this. I'm just going to kind of go like this and make his, see if I can do kind of like some, I'm hoping to make him look like a bunny, but and that is so far how it looks. Looking like a man. That's okay, that could change. Hopefully. I want his nose to come, and his mouth. So I'm going to make it like a, I don't know. Try and make a little bunny cheeks. Maybe I'll just roll this one up. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm trying to figure it out as I go along, and it's almost kitty-like, but we can make the teeth. There's one eye. So I'm making just a little face on there. I'm trying to make a little bunny face. I don't know. It might be the ears that just make them. So I don't know what bunny eyes look like. In fact, I think I'll leave those out right now. What I want to do is make his ears. So I think I'll put them behind here. So let's make his ears. I got a couple bigger pieces. And I'm just going to make his ears. A couple of pieces. And then we got my last thicker piece here, a big piece. But then I could just put more patch pieces on. Just want to get his ear going here. And then put that on. Now we can decide how we want the ear. I kind of want it bent, and I kind of maybe want one down or both down. Oops, I only picked up the... So, playing with these ears is going to be really fun, because I was like, oh, you could do so much. And maybe we can have one up. So just shape, if you're doing a bunny or anything like that, just shape it. I only got one coat of on each side of plaster on these bunnies. We are again on to the next one. I'm thinking cattish. So I want to make it, oops, like a cat. So I'm thinking a couple of cat ears would be nice. Don't know if I'll use these or not. We'll see. I might be able to form them on my own. So I'm going to do the same thing. This is the next size up, and it's going to be the kitty. The kitty face. Let's see. I want to do his nose. Do his nose and lots of water here. Lots of water. So I put this one on dry, but I have so much water to soak up. I'm kind of feeling like I want a big brow for the kitty. This kind of looks like a man again, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make him look like a kitty. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make little kitty cheeks like this. Under the nose. Getting my drift here of what I'm trying to do. So I'm putting this one on dry and forming and more of a kitty cheek, but then it's getting really soaked up wet. This one as well. It's a cartoon kitty. Isn't it cute? Now I'm gonna really get that nose on there nice and strong. Softball. Is it looking kitty-ish? So this little piece here that I had before, I cut in half and just add to the bottom of his cheeks here and see. Puff them up a bit more, make them bigger. So I think this is it. We need kitty ears? Probably. Probably need kitty ears. So I'm going to do a couple of ears and stick them in somehow. Pull that over. Grabbing my kitty ear. You guys can see what I'm doing. Just going over this rectangle. Triangle. Wow, my shapes. I know my shapes. And sticking that kitty ear right there. We'll fix it up in a minute. Now this one, same thing. Folding this plaster over. I can get this plaster at Michael's. For the rolls are a little bit, I think they're a little longer, like this way, width ways, but they are $8 for one roll of the smaller rolls, and I think they go up. So, oops, maybe I don't need that one. They go up in price there, so with the larger rolls. It's not bad. With one roll, I've made quite a few projects. But Kendra used 2.5 rolls or 1.5 rolls for her large project, which is, oh, gorgeous, you guys. I can't wait to show you, but I can't show you yet because she'll be like, Mom. She doesn't want her sister to see she made her something. So pretty. Anyways, there's my kitty. So I want to squish his little, I don't want his ears flat, so I'm squishing them. So if I, here's my kitty. So I think he's gonna just go off to the side. We're gonna work on our next one. Isn't that cute? Next, we have our bases covered. Covered them up. Anyway, this one is going to be a hoot because I'm being funny. It's going to be an owl. This one's going to be my most challenging one. So what do we do with an owl? I'm thinking of, I might need to make a little owl, not ears, but those things. So I might put some on the side here. I might need that. Or not. But we'll see. They're on the side in case I need them. So we need, it's going to be hard to do an owl. How about we do a peak a bit, and see, I might not need the ears. I might do it just like that. Okay, let's do that. Let's make a little peak and do that. Let's talk about this here. Then it looks like from the, I don't know, 1930s hairdo, maybe. Hey, cute. Maybe I'll thicken that up a bit. And I got so much water in here. And so I cut some strips all the same size. So when you're doing a project and you don't know exactly what you're doing, like me, you want to cut different strips than when you're thinking. You're kind of thinking on your toes kind of a thing, and then you have, oh, I can use that to do that, right? So it helps to have a few different, even if you just don't know what you're doing quite, to have different sizes and stuff ready for possibilities that arise, kind of a thing. So I'm making his brow or top of his head kind of like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyway, just doing it. Now I'm going to wet these and make a loop. I'm going to put this in a big circle and make an eyeball. I'm kind of going by my picture I've made here, so I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's hard to, I've never made a owl like this before, so hey, we're doing it together for the very first time. So there we go. We got a pair of eyes. And then I guess from there we just try to make them as straight as possible. I'm going to cut another strip or two. I'll cut a couple more little strips because, I don't know, I'm going to make his eyes a little bit more there. So I want to make more of a ridge or more purposeful. Wow, speak English. Eye. See? I don't know if he's going to look like an owl though. He might need to have some separation. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. I could always change it. That's the one thing. This stuff is pretty good, but just pulling off what you don't need and reshaping something. It's not like we're doomed with what we made. See how I'm kind of pulling. Now I'm kind of not liking how his eyes are. Maybe I'll put them back, but maybe I won't. So I'm going to pull them apart and see if I could fix that. There's a lot of moisture in here. I kind of, on my picture, his eyes are not touching. And then I'm going to wet another strip and fold that in half so it's double. This is just making it up as I go along, guys. And then I'm going to try to make a beak. See if I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stylus and kind of plant him right there and then just pull to make it sharper. I don't know if that works. Is it looking like an owl? This is not looking like an owl. We will get it. We'll worry about his beak after. That's not working for me. I am going to keep working it. Throwing more pieces. This one's dry, but it's so wet in here that I need to dry or soak it up a bit and make more of a shape. I don't know if it matters if his eyes are touching. It just didn't seem right. But if they're just about touching, maybe. And then, oh, I know what I can do. I just know what I can do right now. We can make a little sticky outy beak. Perfect. We'll make a sticky outy. See how I mean? Like you just kind of invent something as you look. Oh, I could do this. So I'm going to make a sticky outy beak, a three-dimensional, or yeah, and then plant it on there. It might be not too owly, but it's going to be cute anyway. Now, what do you think? Should we put the ears on, or the feather thingamajiggies? I'm just going to cut them down. And I don't even think we need that. I think we just need 2 strips. And throw them on here and make his little owl things, just like that. And just kind of wing it. Wing it. Just like that. Folding them up a few times. He might look like a little, I don't know. Funny bird. Anyways, this is him so far. So he's the hardest one. This is challenge. I challenged myself. Alright, so I'm going to stick this here to make it, it's going to soak up some of this moisture, and I can stick my finger in the water. And I could really move this. He doesn't look, he looks like a naughty bird, like a, I don't know. Okay, we'll keep going. I'm going to make a couple little strips about the same size and make little cheek balls. I know he doesn't have cheeks, but just to give him some dimensional when I do paint it or whatever. Like little owl cheeks. Oh, he looks a little more owly there. Now I think I'm going to grab this and go in half. I'm going to make it smaller. And cut in half. And make little eyeballs. It's working. I got a lot of water in this guy. Make little eyeballs. Does he look owly? Not too bad. He could be better. So that is this guy. He's kind of coming along. I might have to, the other ones took like 6 minutes. This guy's like forever. And I think it's because he's really scoops. He's really square too, so I might have to add a little bit of roundness, but it's not too hard. It's just like figuring out what you need. And making him, because I noticed my owls quite got the round little face there on my painting, so. These are my 3 characters now. We have the bunny, who, what's that song? Oh, I love the bunny. There he goes. How I love the bunny, isn't it? And that's the bunny so far. Isn't it cute? This is the cat. Now we gotta let them dry. I heat tool them a bit. And this is the owl. And then we're gonna gesso them after they dry a bit here. So I'll be right back with gesso. Okay guys, now comes the painting. What I really like to use on this product, this plaster, is seriously, I love the multi-purpose satin. Great. It looks fabulous on plaster. It's got a sheen on it. When it dries, I absolutely have to recommend that as well, which would be a true blue. So I'm not even having that one out yet of the bottle. So what I'm going to do, and also I have cotton ball to do my little white areas on the kitty. I'm doing a kitty and I'm going to do blue. So what kind of brush do I want to use? I'm thinking I'm going to use this big floppy one here because it might be too floppy, whatever. I'm going to get in blue. So this is going to be my base color really. And it's like a lot like the blue cloth. Blue kitty. I don't know if this is the right brush because it might be too soft. I'm just kind of wanting to get squishy in there, so that's why I picked a floppy brush. But we'll see what happens. So his ears, I want to get blue everywhere. I know cats are not blue, but hey, this guy's is blue, a blue feline. So yeah, this brush wasn't the best choice. Next, I'm gonna go with this little wedge one. I know it's got a little. Oh, I almost grabbed the wrong one. It's a. You know what? Here. Rinse this off. This one here is good enough. It's a dollar store brush. I'm just like, these parts here, they're just so cute because they melt, and I was like kind of melting them more on purpose, and I was like, these look so cute. It makes the tufts of hair look really cool. So there's that. I'm gonna have to dry them up quickly and do the back. But he's so cute. So this is the base color, and then I'm gonna put some white on some areas, you know, to kind of put little highlights and whatnot. Can you guys see why I love this satin finish, this multi-surface satin? Isn't it great? It looks wet. It looks so shiny, and I mean, you can do acrylic and then do a coating on top, but this just, it gets you, this gets me excited because it looks so pretty. Anyways, I love this product because it just makes me excited. It makes me happy. I don't know. I got a couple of stippling brushes. Let's see here. This one, I thought I had cleaned my brushes properly. I may have not. So I got these couple of these little stippling brushes here, and I want to put a little bit of cotton ball, satin finished cotton ball on my Quaba. And I have an idea of a color because I have a picture of a cartoony cat, and he's blue and he's got the little white bristles on him. So I think I'll use this one here. So I'm just going to pounce on him. I got my ice cream lid here. So I'm just going to pounce on him, and I don't want it to be very, I want it to be very pretty full, so I'm just going to, there we go. I didn't do a little bottom lip on him, but I'm going to draw something. That's what I'm missing. So I'm just going to go and do what I think should be white, and like I said, I can do a little bit of blue over it, but I want to make some highlighted areas. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about his eyes yet. That's going to be last. I'm going to paint them in last. So I could also, you know, go darker in some spots. So that is that for now. Now I'm going to rinse this off. And am I using the right cloth? Gotta use, this one's got plaster on it. Gotta use the right cloth. I want plaster on my brush. So that is that. And I'm going to use the smaller stipply to get the true blue in there. I'm going to do the same thing. Just a dot of that on my tray, on my spring thingamajiggy. And I'm going to stipple some blue. So on this little character, there's a little bit of like a brow. Can you guys see me? Yeah. I mean, I'm just going by the blue. I wanted blue instead of like an orange cat or something. Although orange is cute. But I'm trying. My first painted cat here. I might do a pink nose. Who knows? Now I'm wondering if I want to do a brush. See, I'm kind of making up as I go along. I just wanted to have the two blues together. So paint to your heart's content, guys. You can even cover it up with gesso again. We had to do that with Kendra's project. She didn't. We were really good experimenting on a project for her, and yeah, we ended up fixing it up easy peasy. And we're using the gesso. We found out that we liked the white on the project, so we added some of the cotton ball to her project. So I'm just going to add a little bit here. I don't know, it's like shadowing almost, eh? So he's looking cute. And I might add a little bit here, but I'm going to look like I'm doing a little too much here. I want to dry brush it. I can just take some off. And I'm going down the hand a little bit. I'm going to make it look like some stripes maybe. I don't know. This is the stipply brush, so who knows how that's going to work. Making it up as I go along with the kitty here. And I'm going to be doing that same thing. I'm like, what color am I going to make my owl? Oh dear, you know? And now I'm going a little darker on here. And I'm grabbing some of that older blue and going on top the sky blue. Now, liking it. Got back with the cotton ball here with the smaller stipple, which I messed up, but anyways, like that, and just kind of and I found with this paint too, because it seems to stay a little wetter, you can just go in and use a paper towel and blop it up a bit more. So, see, I'm going over what I did, going right over it, and rinsing my brush off, and I'm going to use a finer brush just to go into making his little details. So, and paint really can disguise any mistakes too, so that's great. So like I didn't really put his nose really big enough, I feel. I made it too small here, but paint will make it look, I think, really cool, cute. So I'm just going to pull the paint down like that. And there's his little nose. You pretty much can, I'm going to do his little lip that I kind of wanted to do and I kind of forgot about. But now it's there. See? So, I'm going to go grab the pink. And now I'm just getting his little nose pink. Probably going to make it look a little bigger than what I made it to begin with, because I made it small, or a little too small maybe. I wanted a little ball at the end, but I didn't make that. But that's okay. So I'm going to do that. And I just wiped my paintbrush. And because I just wanted to grab some blue right away while I was thinking of it. And doing a little bit of a blue kitty mouth here. So guys, I'm going to continue painting this on the video for you, but the other ones I will speed through for you guys, so then you can enjoy the painting, but not have to watch the whole thing. So I'm just now wiping it off, and if it's really dark, I'm just using my water thing, my cleaner, my water, and then going over it. So now I'm just working on his nose a bit here. And like I said, you can stipple, you can go over, it's all good. I just want to whiten it up. And just making little kitty markings or whatever I think I like on him. So really, I want him to look like a nice little quabba. And there he is. So, like I said, there's no right or wrong too, because you know what? You can make him like a cartoon cat, like I'm kind of am, and or you can make him more realistic. But I mean, how realistic can you make a cutesy guy like this? Don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put more whites on him where I think it should be, and like I said, I can stipple them out if I think there shouldn't be there. And do I like this? Yes, I do. And I'm not sure about his eyes yet, so I might paint them on, or like I like to do is sometimes if I can't decide, and because it's a bumpy surface, what I do on these lots of times is doing on tissue paper and Mod Podge it on carefully, and it works. It does really work for me, so I might just end up doing that just because it's worked for me in the past, so I'm still arting it, and I'm just going to whiten it up because I might just do that. I might just put the tissue paper in the background And then I'll want to go with the blue around it a little bit, just a light blue to darken it up. So I think he is pretty close to done. There's always going to be things you're going to want to add, like little stripes. But isn't this a fun project? Altering a paintbrush. And I've done it with flowers, I've done it with twigs, little paper butterflies. You know, there's a new neat way, and I know a lot of people are picking up this plaster, so I thought, well, I'm going to add another plaster project. Why not? So then you guys can play. I'm not sure too. I'm not going to draw his whiskers in. You can draw his whiskers in, but I think I'm going to glue some whiskers in and make them more dimensional. So now he is a little bit on the just making his eye a bit. I think I'm going to kind of try to keep that in there and keep his eye in that area. And I think I'm going to do it like what I've done in the past with the tissue paper, just because I like it. Now his nose, I'm just going to work a little bit on his nose. I'm running out of paint here. I'm running out of paint here. But I'm only putting blops on because I know my next one's not going to be blue, right? So now I'm going to try to rub some of that off and just do a little bit on his nose. Not too much off. But you guys, there's so much you can just do. Details and making him so cute. And have fun with it. And I'm just using a dollar store paintbrush, so nothing fancy schmancy. So easy to do. Now I'm just kind of getting it a little darker in his ear. See, you can do layers and layers of fun paint. And don't forget to do the back too. I am just going to leave that for now, but do the handle and the back. And I think he's about done for. You guys can kind of check him out there like that. So that's my kitty. I have a few little tweaks maybe, but that's about him. So the rest of the video, I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to craft like a duck. They're going to be speeded up so then you can see these guys get painted up. So I moved my owl out of the way. He's got his eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, I'm going to get up right here and I'm going to make a pattern of my koala's eyes. And this is kind of his eye here that I want to make. And of course his eye is not quite the original, like, real catty shape, but the socket. But this is what I like to do. So you can kind of feel around that. Tissue paper will no problem go on there just like that. And that would be perfect eye for this guy. Now I'm going to flip it over and make the other one a perfect eye for this guy. So this is the perfect eye for this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make his little cat eye. You guys can do this as well. You can paint them too. Whatever, and there's his eye. So this is an idea. This is what I like to do. No reason for it. It's just that I like to have the eyes kind of exact back and forth. So to me, and because of the bumps, I don't want to mess up his eye. And I find that with these types of projects, it works for me. It may not work for some people, but it works for me. So what I will do then is mark his eye with the pencil, with my pattern underneath. And so I'm following the shape of his socket on that side. This side's a little different, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to flip this over. Isn't this easy? It might be called a lazy way to do the eye. I don't know. But this is the way that I like to do it on really rough surfaces. So then they still look quite similar. But, they have their, I don't know why. Maybe too much coffee? No, not enough yet. Don't know. So I'm just doing Mod Podge, stick it in the eye socket. Because I know it comes down a little bit on the side, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to stick his little eyeball in there. And there we go. Now I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge, but I'm going to be careful because I do have the gel pen, and you guys know your pen, so if your pen smears, be a little careful. But like I said, I don't think, I'm just doing it on purpose a little bit to get to smear, just so. But not too much, not into like, so there it is, not into like the white or whatever. Oh, I didn't get the other one cut out. Now this one you have flipped over and you put it on. Now you have pretty close to the same looking eyes, and you can move it around when you have the Mod Podge on there. And make sure you get it all glued down. We don't want anything sticking up. And then, see that nice thin line? There's no way I have a brush with that detail on there. So on him, but it is I find it really hard to paint on a really bumpy surface with really horrible paintbrushes. I gotta get some paintbrushes. This stripe part here is not so bad, but right around all these pieces would have been really fun for me. Would have been really absolutely just enjoyable. So this is my kitty cat's eye, and I could barely do a straight line with that. Can you imagine with the bumps and the terrible brush? If I didn't do it on the tissue, how he would look. After all that work, his eyes would have been messed up. So that's that guy. Oh, this is going to be a great editing job for me. But I really had fun with these, and these would be really great, unique Christmas gifts for people, I think, that you just don't know what to get for. So do something like this. Dollar store brushes, $3 for that big pack. You can look around what you get. You might even have some lying around the house. And then it was $8 for a roll of this, and I did not even use a full roll, nearly even a full roll.